Back now at 7:43. It's a tough time for hundreds of thousands of struggling homeowners. The federal government's reporting foreclosures in October nearly doubled from a year ago. But believe it or not, you can still make money in this tough market if you find a home in an up-and-coming neighborhood. Barbara Corcoran is our real estate expert. Barbara, good morning.
Pleasure to be here.
You're actually going to name some neighborhoods coming up that you consider up-and-coming.
We can make a ton of money.
Okay, but first, define what you say is up-and-coming.
Up-and-coming is simply an area that's been undiscovered where prices are about to explode.
Okay, tips. Look for big change.
A change like a renovation of a large warehouse, the cleanup of a big public park or waterfront, a big footprint that changes the entire area.
And see how close it is to a hip neighborhood.
Yeah, because what happens is when there's a really hip neighborhood that everybody wants, they get priced out, and the first place they look is left and right, and they look for the surrounding area.
You say cruise to check out the nightlife. I'm not sure I recommend that for everyone, but why?
Well, even if you need a bodyguard, always look at the new area at night, because during the day everybody's working, you don't see anything, but the nightlife always happens first. It's hopping, and you know that happens before the prices start going up.
And if there are new cars, that might mean it's hopping too.
It means that there's young people moving in, and they could afford the area.
Also, old people, old ladies on park benches are a good sign.
I've seen over and over again, you have a ghetto area where no one sits on park benches. Suddenly old ladies are there. If it's safe enough for them, it's safe enough to put your money there.
Okay, you say also then, after all of that, if you're not picked up by police for cruising and loitering, you say, you know, go and get a cup of coffee and price it.
A cup of coffee, it sounds strange, but if you watch a cup of coffee go from $1 to $1.25 to $1.50, you can bet that real estate prices are doing exactly the same. It's a shortcut to value.
Okay, so you and your staff, following all of these rules and more, basically found 4 up-and-coming neighborhoods. And so people, if you're looking to make a deal, get your pencils and papers ready. You say, for example, consider Reading, Pennsylvania. Why?
Reading, Pennsylvania is an old industrial town that's totally reinventing itself. It's an easy commute to New York, to Philadelphia, to everywhere. So people in that state, 4 out of 5 buyers are from out of state, and the prices are still cheap, and they are going through the roof.
Farmington, New Mexico.
It's drop-dead gorgeous. It's in the San Juan River Valley. It's got rugged mountaintops. You can't be there and not fall in love with your environment. People again there are moving in from all over, young people with money in their pockets, and prices are affordable, and they're going up.
There's a neighborhood called Biddleville in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Not too far from Charlotte. It's right outside Charlotte, and people don't know about it. I think this footage is of Charlotte. Biddleville, so on Discovery, we don't have any footage on it here. But in Biddleville, what's great about that is it's a wonderful town. They've got bungalows for $120,000 to $140,000. People are snapping them up, renovating them. They have so much more distance to go.
And one of the hottest neighborhoods, you say, is in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas is great. It's a typical example of what's happening at night. Everybody from LA has made it their place. They're running in, they're grabbing up real estate there because it's dirt cheap, and the prices there are going up some of the highest in the entire nation.
But you know, some people wonder if there's a downside to investing in an up-and-coming neighborhood. In other words, the neighborhood hasn't quite transitioned yet into maybe the kind of neighborhood you want to necessarily raise your children in, right? So you have to consider that. There's some warning things.
There is a downside, and you have to be the type of person who likes an ethnic mix of people and all the excitement that brings. You have to love a creative community where you're living. If you don't, it's not for you. But if you can do that, boy, you can make a lot of money.
All right. Barbara Corcoran, always trying to help us making a lot of money. Thank you so much this morning, Barbara.